How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson, and I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina, standing right in front of the 2024 Hyundai Kona. This has been redesigned, it's larger, and it has more premium tech. So in this video, let's go check out what this new car has to offer. This new 2024 Hyundai Kona has been built on the third generation Cape platform, and it is unique because Hyundai considered the EV version of the Kona right at the start of the design rather than it being an afterthought. The result is a bigger and wider crossover than the one before. The overall length has grown by 6 inches and the wheelbase has been stretched by 2.4 inches, providing more legroom for the rear passengers. If you spring for the all-wheel drive version, the ground clearance is even higher at 8.3 inches, making this a close contender to the Subaru Crosstrek. There are a couple of engine options in addition to the EV drivetrain that will come out in late 2023. The testers I drove during this driving event were the more expensive Limited and N-Line models, and they come with a more potent 1.6-liter turbo 4-cylinder engines, making 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. Visually, the new Kona retains that small and nimble exterior design, but it has received a healthy dose of modern and distinctive style. The front end gets a high-mounted single strand of LEDs for the daytime running lights, while the LED headlight cluster sits low, right in line with the top of the front wheels, like a normal sedan. There's an EV-inspired face with minimal grille and large painted body panels, and there are active grille shutters to allow for better aero efficiency and cooling at various speeds. Around the side, the wheel arches are blacked out just like the original Hyundai Kona, and there's a clear Z character line that reflects similar design elements as seen in the new Hyundai Tucson and the Hyundai Elantra. At the back, just like the front, there's also a single strand of LEDs and low-mounted taillight cluster. The N-Line trim, which is purely an appearance package, dramatically changes the look of the Kona. There's a Lamborghini Urus-esque front bumper, color-matched wheel arches, unique N-Line wheels, twin-tip exhaust, and a semi-wild-looking rear spoiler that will surely turn some heads. Inside the new Hyundai Kona, you'll see a more updated cabin design, some clever storage solutions, and a lot of premium technology. The most noticeable change here is the new singular dash panel that's made up by digital displays. One for the infotainment system, and the other one is for the digital driver display. This new design reflects the same style you'll find in other new Hyundais and other modern cars. The front row has a more open and spacious concept, making the car look and feel bigger than it really is. And this is done by, one, rearranging certain elements like the shift-by-wire system, like in the Ioniq cars, mounting the gear lever on the steering column instead of the center console. Number two, designing a center console that has a removable divider, retracting cup holders, and open storage solutions so you can store larger items. And finally, number three, using long, continuous horizontal surfaces and lines to trick your eyes, making you think this car is bigger than it really is. In the second row, there's now more legroom than before. There's an extra 3 inches gained by stretching the wheelbase and also by redesigning the front seats using high-strength steel, so the backrest can be a lot thinner than before. And as for cargo volume, this new Kona gains more storage space, up to 25.5 cubic feet, which is fairly average room for this class of crossovers, but it's a noticeable jump from the previous generation Kona. Fold the second row down and the cargo space grows to 63.7 cubic feet. Now when it comes to the technology, the new Kona delivers a pretty impressive set. The Limited trim comes equipped with a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen and a 12.3-inch digital driver display. The infotainment system comes built with GPS, faster processing and memory, and also an updated UI design so that the display looks modern and performs pretty quickly, just like a modern smartphone. Currently, the higher-end trims comes only with wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, there will be an over-the-air update to provide wireless CarPlay capability to those units with navigation. As for the digital driver display, since the Limited model comes with a surround and blind spot view monitor, you can see the camera feeds on the digital driver display when you use your turn signals. This is a feature that you'll find in other higher-trimmed Hyundai cars. This new Kona will exclusively use USB-C ports, and there are 4 of them in this car. If you want to wirelessly charge your phone, you can do so, but your charging experience may vary depending on your phone and how big your case is. I found that with my iPhone 14 Pro and the Apple leather case, the wireless charging experience was not that great, as it wouldn't keep a charge or sense that the phone was present at random times. As for safety and advanced driving assistance features, the new Kona comes with a pretty impressive set. And what I love most is how the blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alert features come standard on all Konas. When it comes to driving the Kona, the new platform brings forth some positive changes. The stretched wheelbase and suspension design makes for a more comfortable and premium feeling ride. Outside noise is managed fairly well with the extra soundproof padding under the floor, revised suspension bushings, better seals at wind entry points, and there's also an acoustic foam built directly into the tires. The result is a pretty quiet and comfortable ride, making the Kona feel more premium. The steering feel isn't too bad considering this is just a commuter car, and it has variable levels of assistance depending on the sport or the normal driving modes. And as for the handling, it feels confident and zippy driving around town and through some of the more tame back roads of Charleston, South Carolina. Power-wise, the 1.6-liter turbo engine makes 190 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. This is on par with other subcompact crossovers with upgraded engines. It's good enough for commutes, but not really all that quick. 0 to 60 can be accomplished somewhere around the 8 to 9 second range. That's at least with 2 people and their stuff in the car. This engine is attached to an 8-speed automatic transmission with some paddle shifters, and this is a decently quick shifting and responsive transmission for the Kona. In my opinion, this is a better unit than the 7-speed dual clutch transmission, which posed sketchy and harsh shifting performance at low speeds. This engine, the 8-speed transmission, and all-wheel drive is rated to 28 miles per gallon according to Hyundai. But under our mixed driving, we achieved somewhere around 25 to 26 miles per gallon. Out of all the changes in this new Kona, this is the most disappointing thing about it, considering the previous Kona achieved a slightly higher miles per gallon rating with the same engine. And this miles per gallon drop is most likely due to the new transmission, as the previous 7-speed dual clutch transmission posed less parasitic loss than this 8-speed automatic unit with a torque converter. As for the SE and the SEL trims, they'll get the 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, which makes 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. And that's attached to Hyundai's IVT, or what they call a continuously variable transmission. We didn't get to drive those trims during this driving event, but if we judge it by last generation's performance, the SE and the SEL are going to be slow commuters with slightly better fuel economy at 31 miles per gallon. But the best thing going for the lower end SE and the SEL trims is the price. The SE will start at $24,100, and that matches the price of the base Honda HR-V and a few $100s more than the Toyota Corolla Cross. The top of the line, very well equipped Limited will come in at $31,650, with the N-Line version being $1,000 less. So if I had to pick one out of the 4 trims, I would go with the fully loaded Limited. You'll get all of the tech upgrades like the 360-degree camera view, wireless charging, heated and ventilated front seats, and heated steering wheel. You'll also get the more powerful engine and the more engaging 8-speed transmission. Personally, I like the unique exterior design elements of the N-Line trim, like the front and rear bumpers and the color-matched wheel cladding, but the large hatch-mounted wing is a little bit much. Perhaps Hyundai should have saved this wing for the full-fat Kona N version if it ever comes out in the future. As for future versions of the Kona, an EV will be available in late 2023. I have reviewed the previous gen Kona Electric, and I thought the ride and build quality was great, and the electric range of 258 miles was good for the size of the car. It'll be interesting to see how the new Kona EV performs, since this new platform was first and foremost built around the EV version. And as a car enthusiast, I'm crossing my fingers for a new Kona N, because the first generation Kona N is the wildest subcompact crossover I have ever driven, period. So let me know your thoughts on the new Hyundai Kona. Do you like the bigger size? Do you like the new style and the new tech? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you've learned something from this video or enjoyed it, please give it a like. Hit that subscribe and that notification bell so that you can be notified the next time I make a new video. Let's wrap it up right there. This has been the new 2024 Hyundai Kona, and I'll see you in the next one.